people that you're gonna meet that you didn't even know you were gonna meet, the people that your life's journey, your challenges, your wins, your success will impact. That's what the journey is about.
Welcome to the MoneyFitMD show. I'm Dr. Latifat, the founder of MoneyFitMD.
We want to change the narrative where women physicians use. My job is to let you know that's gonna be. I have to surround myself with people that are doing crazy. We literally have people come up with ideas of what they want their future to look like, and nobody bats an eye. It's nothing. It's like you would have to really try to impress us based on the craziness or the uniqueness of your idea. The fact that people think we all need to sort of fit in one bucket just drives me nuts, because that is one way to limit yourself. That's one way that we as women physicians, we make the mistake of positioning ourselves in places that only becomes a ceiling that limits us. Imagine going into a room where the ceiling is low. The ceiling is so low that you that are 5'5", depending on the day, depending on whether you wear heels or not, imagine now that you cannot even stand to the fullness of your height because you're banging your head against the ceiling of the room that you're in. You are not the problem. The room may be the problem. And for so many of us, we limit ourselves based on our immediate surroundings, based on what our smallness of our thoughts about ourselves right now, as if where we are is the indication of what our future would look like. I was looking online recently and I saw on there, I think it was Viola Davis or something. She's a well-known actress. If you don't know her, what you doing with your life? Literally, what you doing with your life? And I was reading that she did not become a household name until she was slightly older, right? We hear stories of people and we forget that they started somewhere. But when you were at that moment in time when they started, they may have been feeling the same way you're feeling right now. So your past really is not what determines your future. Even your present does not determine your future. What you decide to do next, right now, is what will determine what your future is going to look like. Whether you're able to live the life of abundance that you have the capacity to live or not, right? So don't limit yourself based on your past. Don't limit yourself based on your ceiling right now. Don't limit yourself based on your environment right now, because that may be the reason why you're feeling disconnected from your heck yes life that you're meant to live. The other thing to keep in mind is that there is a myth that I've found to be true that limits us as well, and maybe disconnecting you from that desire for the bigger, the true life. It's not even bigger, it's just a truer version of what your future is meant to look like. And it's the fact that you believe the myth that you have to have it all figured out. You have to have it all figured out. And if this is you, listen, I empathize deeply, because sometimes I still struggle with that. There literally was a couple of days ago where I'm like, I wish I just had the whole script right now. I wish I just knew for a fact that it was going to work out. I wish I knew for a fact how it was going to work out. I mean, I have a belief that it will work out, that all things are working together for my good, because that's what my Bible says, right? However, I'm like, I want to see it all now so that I don't need to have belief. I don't need to even have faith. I don't even need to have hope, because I know for certain, because I already see that it's going to work out. I already see how it's going to work out. I want not just the next step. I want the whole blueprint in front of me. And it doesn't work that way, because if you knew everything right now, you already would have done it. And if you knew everything right now, there's not going to be any uniqueness or excitement about your future, because you already know it all. What's the point of that? You might as well be dead at the age of 18 if every script about the future is already known. Part of this life that we're called to live, part of this next level life, part of this living life on your terms, is about the surprises around the window, around the corner. The people that you're gonna meet that you didn't even know you were gonna meet. The people that your life's journey, your challenges, your wins, your success will impact. That's what the journey is about. The journey, literally the light at the end of the tunnel, is the journey. The journey is the best part. The journey is the best part, right? I don't know about you, but you've never met anybody stand on a stage and talk about how life went the perfect way that they wanted it. Like, that doesn't make for anything inspirational. The people that you're gonna find are gonna talk to you about the challenges, how, like, the only reason why I can do Money Fit MD the way that I do it, the reason why I'm not impressed by anybody's challenges or their dreams is because I did not know anything about anything before. I knew zero about nothing. So the challenges that I had are becoming the stories of the success that I have. Like the depth of the valley that you're coming from to the tip of the mountain that you can and will accomplish. That distance is so wide that it creates even like a bigger story, right? So I know that it would be nice. Like, trust me, it would be nice if we knew it all. I'm like, yo, it would be cool, but it would be boring. It would be not inspirational. It would be not exciting. Life would be like eating peanut butter and jelly every day. Nothing exciting about it, right? But the curves, the conversations, like literally when I was recording this episode, my computer died. Like literally, my computer shut down and died. And now I get to talk to you about the fact that my computer shut down and died. I could have gone like, oh, me, and like today sucks and it's gonna stuck. But I'm like, just hold your peace, child. It's gonna be okay. And we may do a little editing, but it's gonna be okay, right? So the myth that we have to have it all figured out is probably one of the reasons why you're like, I don't know what I want anymore. Because maybe you don't need to know everything. Maybe all you need to know is the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. Maybe what you need is not a perfect script, but the permission to be curious. Maybe your life is meant to be more interesting than any story that you could have written yourself. I talk about how we traveled around the world for about a year, quit medicine, traveled, took the kids out of school, and it was amazing. Best decision, like top 5 decision that I made in my life. And when I talk about that story, I don't necessarily, the part of the journey that is the most memorable is not when I woke up, had coffee, walked around, which was also amazing, by the way. But that was not the peak of the story. The peak of the story was when we thought we're maybe gonna die in Switzerland, and when we thought we were gonna like die in France. Right? Those are the moments. Those are the moments. So the moments of your life are the moments. And when it works out exactly how you plan it to be, you may be cutting out the fat. You may be cutting out the best part of your story. There's that movie about, I think it's called Click, that Adam Sandler did many, many years ago. And it was talking about how it could cut out, rewind, and crop out the parts of life that did not go the way that it wanted. And what he realized at the end of the day was, if I clipped out that part, if I just wanted things to be perfect, life would be short, life would be boring, and what actually makes life will be cut out of it. So for you, my question for you now is this. What permission do you need to give yourself? If you could learn to just breathe and be an artist, There's a book that I read that was, I forget the name right now, but it's about like creativity. Like, what if you could become an artist in your own life? What painting would you paint? What painting would you paint? Like, we can get to explore. If you did not care about what people said, if you did not care about disappointing yourself and others, if you could just be an artist in your own life, what would you create? That's what financial liberation is about. It's about giving yourself the permission to do that. It's about giving yourself the scripts, the tools, the guide, the step-by-step that you need. And so if you have not read our book yet, if you haven't purchased it yet, I want you to just stop right now and go to Amazon.com and find The Power to Choose. The Power to Choose by Dr. Latifat, the Woman Physician's Guide to Financial Liberation and Life on Your Terms. This is about you uncovering the life that you're meant to live, not the life that your parents wanted you to live, not the life that the medical facility and medical system and racism and sexism, not even the version of life that your 18-year-old self wanted you to live. This is about living the life that you're meant to live, a life that is bigger than you, that's about much more than just you. That's the life you're here to live. That's the next level life, and it's what's calling you right now. If I can be of service, if you're looking for a community of women physicians that are living that We will not be impressed by your dreams. We'll not be impressed by your flaws. This is a no-shaming community because the wealthy life you're meant to create is unique to you. So it's time for you to stop trying to fit into boxes that was never made for you. I love you. I appreciate you. And if you've already bought the book, I want to say thank you very much. And I hope you would just take a moment right now to go on Amazon and leave us a review. We all know that when you're trying to get something, you like to look for reviews. It's like, what do they say? What have they said? So the fact that this book is already changing your life, it's changing your brain, that is amazing. But would you do that for someone else by taking 1 minute right now to go leave us an Amazon review? Go leave us an Amazon review. I want to just say thank you already in advance and go get 10 copies. 10 copies. Remember, you are a conduit for good things. You're a conduit through which good news gets into the world. And this book may be what saves a life. This book may be what saves another woman's future. This book may be what gives a woman physician hope. Will you be that? Will you be that for someone else? Again, the power to choose about you living life on your terms. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. God bless you. And I look forward to serving you in so many more ways than one. Take care.